Chapter 1. We sat there in silence, taking a glimpse at each other from time to time. He was seated just next to me and felt so close, yet so far away. There we were, after last seeing each other 3 years ago, when he left after finishing the one semester. It was like we were the only people in the room amidst 100 or more people. I wanted to hug him, tell him I missed him so much. His company, feeling his soft, gentle hands on my back, just talking and laughing about anything and nothing, or just seeing him walk from afar and watch him till he fades. But I knew I couldn't. I shouldn't. The day he left was one of the days I dread the most. The day that when I think about, I feel my heart beat so fast and clench painfully like I was reliving it again. It hurt so much. I did not say what I wanted to say. I still remember each and every word when we were parting.
So I'm leaving in a matter of hours.
He started saying when we reached the cross path leading to our different dorms. Yeah, I said, not looking at him in the eyes.
Do you have anything you want to tell me? Say it now or you will regret later.
I'm going to miss you a lot, I said this time, locking eyes with him and giving him a faint smile.
Nothing else you want to say? Just that.
He asked with a serious but soft tone that I did not know what to make of it. I'll miss you, I said again, still looking into his eyes. I didn't want that moment to end, not knowing when I will ever see him again, or if I will ever see him again. This guy whom I had just known for 2 months, and the thought of never seeing him again made me hurt so badly. But there I stood without telling him all that. I couldn't guess what he was thinking as we stood there staring at each other.
So I guess it's goodbye then.
He finally said. Yeah, I guess, bye, I said. He reached out and gave me a half hug with a pat on the back before walking away. I watched his back for a few seconds before turning away. My eyes were moist with tears on the brink as I fought to keep them in. I took one step at a time as I too walked towards my dorm. Thank God no one was on my way or watching. I felt short of breath as my chest heaved in pain. Holding my hands to my chest and making a fist, I beat it slowly, honestly not knowing why. The hurting and the longing were just too much, and it is at that moment that I realized I liked him. I had never felt like that before. Like my heart was being ripped out of me alive. And just like he said, I was regretting it already. There was always this unexplained chemistry between us, or feelings that always roamed around making things awkward. I knew I wasn't the only one who felt it. And there we were again 3 years later with the same awkwardness. The only difference is he knew how I felt. But I wasn't sure if he really believed me considering the questions he asked when I took the courage and told him a year later, after he left. I was always thinking about him no matter how much I tried lying to myself that I liked someone else. I was scared of how deep I felt for him. To top it all, he never contacted me after he left. But I was still holding on to him, not knowing how he felt. So I decided to reach out to him. The curiosity of knowing how he was doing or if he was okay was just too much. One of my close friends told me to at least open up a little and not to keep everything to myself, that everything has their limit. I remember searching multiple names on Facebook and Instagram to find him. It's funny we were not following each other on social media or even had each other's phone number. I pushed away any thoughts as to why he never bothered to find a way to reach me, but that made my heart cringe a little. I was going to confess. Confessing to someone you see or talk to on a daily basis makes sense and could be a little bit easier than confessing to someone you haven't seen or talked to in a year. How do you start? Hello? Hi? What's up? Most people do so, but for me, I had to start with friend requesting him on Facebook and wait to be accepted. Weirdly, he responded within 10 minutes by accepting my request, but not saying anything. That confused me even more. I waited for at least a hi or hello or just anything, but there was no text from him. Just like anyone else, my assumption was I never really meant anything to him at all, even just as a friend. I started beating myself up for looking for him, for friend requesting him. That is something I never do and hadn't done considering I hadn't really liked a guy as much as I liked him. I was falling for him, or rather I already had, but did not realize it sooner. So I decided to do the same, not say anything. Why would I be the first one to initiate a conversation when I had gone the extra mile of looking for him already? 2 days passed, 3, 4, 5 until I couldn't take it anymore. I decided I had to talk to him or my efforts so far would have been for nothing. No matter the outcome of it all, I just had to do it, and I did. It was on a Thursday night. I was so nervous and my hands were shaking a little as I typed a 3-letter word. Hey. I threw my phone across the bed and kept looking at it from afar as I waited for a response. It vibrated minutes later and excitedly, but yet still nervous, took the phone to check the message. Imagine the disappointment I felt finding the text wasn't from him. Frustrated, I held the phone close to my heart as I continued waiting. He was online. I could see he was. Not being able to sleep, I had to find a distraction as I waited. I listened to my iPod while still holding my phone to my chest like it was some sort of treasure. 6 hours later, very late in the night, I got a reply. Yes, I was still awake waiting by then.
Hey, long time?
That's what the text read. Really? That is all you can say after a year? I thought to myself furiously as I stared at the screen, trying to sort out my emotions. I thought another text was coming, so I waited for around 2 minutes, and nothing. Taking a deep breath and refraining myself from acting on my emotions, I texted back, "Yeah, no kidding, how have you been?"
I've been great. How about you?
He replied back. I thought to myself that I was doing great and should just keep conversing and enjoy the moment. With every text from him, I felt so excited. My heart melted with joy, and I tried to imagine that he was there with me and we were just conversing like old times. We talked about college, how he was doing, my life, his life, and nothing came up that inclined to feelings. I couldn't bring that up until he asked me a question that got me thinking about many unexplained questions that only he had the answer to.
Do you still talk to Ray?
Asking that question out of the blue actually caught me off guard, and I started to bargain whether to tell the truth. I did not know what to expect or where he was heading to with the question. Yes, once in a while. You guys are friends, aren't you in touch? I threw the question back at him and he said something like, he called last, and Ray never responded. Doesn't matter who calls or texts last between friends, but I guess that's just me who thinks that way. I mean, you, for example, magically disappeared. I couldn't take it anymore and just let it out there. I was going to say, you left me when I was going to ask you to prom, but remembered he was not mine. I'd imagined many ways to ask him, but everything came crashing when I learned that he won't be coming back for the next semester. I waited for his explanation, and when he said he was busy juggling between school and work and can't come back to me or even have time for himself, my heart ached. I was overwhelmed with the emotions that I did not text back. I crouched on my bed and listened to the song Brighter by FM Pilots until I fell asleep. Since I had made up my mind to confess and my mission was still pending, I continued the next day. Aren't you even curious as to why I looked for you? I started again.
Of course I am. Tell me.
I've missed you, I said, still holding back, but that was also very true.
You always do that. Come on, tell me.
It's something I should have said back then when you were leaving, and now I think it's too late. It won't make any difference. Yes, I was still stalling, but that was also a fact. What could change even if I told him? We were living in different states, and I was very sure the feeling wasn't mutual.
It might. How would you know if you haven't even tried?
My heart was racing as I started typing the words. I could hear the thudding in my ears. I liked you back then and just kept it in, and I still do. I mean, you were leaving and I just couldn't. Love is a really complicated thing. There are no words to describe it, and no description is ever really right or wrong. I finally said it. I told him I liked him and I was happy. Not because he texted back to give me an answer, but because I got it off my chest. I was feeling lighter, and I could breathe freely again despite all the regrets I had.
You could have told me, but you are right, I was leaving. What do you say we stay as good friends for now? We live so far apart as it is.
I search for what was here before and find I need it even more. The world keeps turning, seasons fade, and in my heart this promise made. to carry on.